Ultima!
Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles just got an update adding some new features, so let's take a quick look at the highlights. The big one to talk about is New Game Plus. You carry over your inventory and units exactly how they were, from their levels to equipment to abilities and JP. The only exceptions made are Shout and Steel for Ramza due to his job being reverted. However, that doesn't stop him from carrying over an equipped Knight's Sword, at least as of right now, and he still gets to use Ultima. Even units who first show up as guests will simply show up twice on the battlefield while they're guests, but they will not be recruitable a second time. New Game Plus here enables a few things. It's gonna let you go through with your full team to maybe speedrun the game, or maybe utilize units that you got really late for much longer like Cloud, or maybe you'll want to get all the buried treasure and levels, or missables like maybe you accidentally lost Mustadio, or didn't buy the flower from the flower girl, or didn't get the Genji equipment if you weren't equipped to steal them before. One of the funny questions I saw people ask was if you could still recruit Reyes as a dragon, and yep, you totally can. Shops won't stay in their endgame state though, so whatever you take into the New Game Plus is what you have on hand until they're back in the shop. The one thing to keep in mind with Tactics New Game Plus is that story battles still do not scale enemy units to your party like how non-story battles do. You could turn the difficulty up to Tactician, but with an endgame party you'll still end up curb stomping enemy units for a good while. But here, check this out. There already was a mod to have enemy units levels and story battles scale, so here in my modded version I have that plus the unfiltered sprites. Maybe we'll get another update for level scaling, hell maybe we're gonna get a 2.0 update, that would be cool, but otherwise there's a mod for it for now. Now this update also brought a few new quality of life features. For example, while targeting a unit on a tile for an attack or to use an ability or item on, you'll be able to check their full status now. You can also remove all equipment at once with left trigger now, and the change I'm thankful for here is that the camera angle and zoom settings you set will now be retained through cutscenes. These filtered sprites are more tolerable when zoomed out, so it's been muscle memory up to this point to zoom out after every cutscene. Moreover, in this update, Zodiac compatibility is now explained on a per unit basis. Zodiac compatibility was always a thing in the game since PS1, though for the Ivalice Chronicles, gender no longer influenced it, so it was just down to species, as you see explained in game, which also reconfirms for us that the worst compatibilities were removed in the Ivalice Chronicles. One of the strengths of this whole remaster was that it spells out and elaborates on mechanics much more intuitively, so this continues that strength. Some new settings were also added too. There's maintain auto proceed, so you don't need to press the auto button between cutscenes now, that'll just stay on auto. Then there's ability incantations guaranteed, which refers to voice dialogue by characters when they're about to cast spells and abilities. And there's ability cursor memory to retain the cursor position in the ability section of the battle menu. All of which were neat little features to have on during my New Game Plus playthrough. And that's all for this video. Thank you again for the support. Share what you'd like to see in a hypothetical 2.0 update for Tactics, and I'll be back with more short-form content of coverage of games in the future while I figure out my long-form plans. And until next time, thank you for the support, and thank you for watching.
Argath's words trouble you, do they not?